Cowbunga, y'all. Cousin Beardo here. Boy, do I have another theory for you guys. This is a different theory, and I think it's actually going to be. I think it's going to be a series. So, here's the first video in this kind of series I'm going to be doing. I call it the connection theory. Because throughout the years, I've noticed that there has been a lot of just random connections between franchise to franchise. Like, for instance, we get many crossovers. We got the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and Batman crossover in the comic books and in the movie. We got the OKKO episode where literally every single Cartoon Network character crossed over within that one episode. And there's so many different like crossovers slash connections to be made. And so the reason why I was thinking about this theory is because it actually started off of I was watching some YouTube videos of theories and things like that, and one was New Rockstars, and they had like, if there were to be a cinematic universe, what cinematic universe would you have? Because we got the MCU, we got the DCU, so like we got the comic book universes, and like we got even the Lego verse now, which is kind of interesting. So I was like going, I would love to see a Cartoon Network universe or a Nickelodeon universe. I think those two franchises could thrive in a movie universe style of thing. And I was like thinking about it. I'm like, A, they can be done. Like, Nickelodeon just literally has to put out a connection between all the SpongeBob movies and maybe put like another Nickelodeon movie out that they have a franchise to, like, I don't know, Ninja Turtles or something, and have it be related to SpongeBob in some way or something like that. And then Cartoon Network, they can just go off of Hanna-Barbera. Well, that's where it gets interesting, and where this whole thing is connected. So my pitch is actually a Cartoon Network cinematic universe and a Nickelodeon cinematic universe, where at the end of both of those universes, they do a Cartoon Network versus Nickelodeon movie, which I think is totally possible, and hear how so. And I actually did text my good friend Wildman about this, and we might be doing a video later on about his thoughts and my thoughts and having more of a discussion. But I'm just gonna go ahead and pull up what I texted him, because it's a long text. Like that's all blue. That's all me about this theory. And he responds and things like that, and it just keeps going. So I'm just gonna pretty much say that Nickelodeon and Cartoon Network are more connected than you think. But let's start with, and how I started with when I was texting him, the fact that we already have a Hanna-Barbera-esque universe in the making within cinema, with what came out last year was Scoob, or 2020 Scoob, and because in the movie Scoob, we get Scooby Doo and the gang in the movie, but we also get Hanna-Barbera characters like Captain Caveman and Blue Falcon in there as well, and there's also mentions of like Johnny Quest and different characters like that within the Hanna-Barbera universe. So we already kind of have a Hanna-Barbera universe being created, which is really cool. And if there is a connection between Hanna-Barbera and Cartoon Network, because a lot of Hanna-Barbera cartoons eventually went on to Cartoon Network, or they finished up their series run on Cartoon Network. Take a look at Johnny Bravo, where the first 3 seasons was Hanna-Barbera, and then the last few seasons were Cartoon Network. So it's pretty evenly split there. And a famous Cartoon Network show that I used to watch as a kid and I can watch now on HBO Max is Dexter's Laboratory. And one of my favorite episodes of Dexter's Laboratory actually has Blue Falcon appear on the episode. Because Dexter has to like tweak Dynamite or something like that in the episode. So that way Blue Falcon can go save the day or whatever. But Dexter creates a quote unquote better version of Dynamite. Which it's an amazing episode. I do recommend that episode. Maybe I'll talk about do an episode review later on within the series. But yeah, so there's that connection. So it's already Cartoon Network, Hanna-Barbera are already connected in that way, and obviously Dexter's Lab. He's a scientist, so there's no reason that he can't just teleport into other Cartoon Network universes, which I think we've actually seen in like comic books and maybe in episodes or like commercials and stuff like that. Because I know we have seen him with Powerpuff Girls and things like that. So there we go. We already have the Cartoon Network world being expanded, and if you want, you can have Johnny Bravo either be in the Hanna-Barbera universe or even just in the Cartoon Network universe, hanging out with Dexter's Lab. And you can totally just make that a different universe, like Dexter's universe, and have him be like the main Cartoon Network universe. Then you have the Hanna-Barbera with, obviously, Scoob. And it goes deeper than that. Let me actually pull up what I texted Wildman. Okay, so my next train of thought actually doesn't continue with Dexter, Blue Falcon, or any of that. It jumps to, because it's another point, it jumps to Teen Titans, or Teen Titans Go, which is a Cartoon Network show. And what I told Wildman is, okay, I don't know if you saw Teen Titans versus Teen Titans Go, but in that movie, they bring in most of the iterations of Teen Titans. So we already have a multiverse of the Teen Titans. So Teen Titans is DC Comics and things like that. So we already have that multiverse of Teen Titans existing. And I went from there going, well, to go further, we already have Crisis on Infinite Earths that connect every TV DC show in the DC Cinematic Universe. So we have Teen Titans, which can technically connect to Crisis on Infinite Earths, which connects to everything that is DC. Well, this is for your mind to be blown. In the Scooby-Doo original classic series, there would be episodes or comic books of Scooby-Doo teaming up with Batman. Well, Batman's sidekick is Robin, who is part of the Teen Titans, so there's that connection right there. And Scooby actually has multiple encounters with most of the DC comics anyway. So therefore, DC and Hanna-Barbera can technically share a universe or share the multiverse together. So we have Teen Titans being a Cartoon Network show, as well as a DC Comics show / comics that connects both to Cartoon Network, to Hanna-Barbera through the iterations being able to include into Scooby-Doo. So DC, Hanna-Barbera, and Cartoon Network can be all in the same multiverse, or multiverse anyway, which is really cool, and like it just completely gets more and more connected from there. Again, I'm just kind of going through my mind process of when I was talking to Wildman here. So then I put, what if we get the next Hanna-Barbera movie that follows after the events of Scoob, and in that said movie, we see Robin from the Teen Titans in either Go form, or from the regular Teen Titans form, or from a new form. And that version of Robin we actually see get teleported either into the Hanna-Barbera universe or into the Teen Titans versus Teen Titans Go universe movie. And that kind of explains like how Teen Titans versus Teen Titans Go connects to the Scoob movie is that we get like a sequel where we get a Robin that has teleported already between those universes. So they can actually expand that a little bit further. So boom, mixing already DC and Hanna-Barbera together. Okay, so now we have Hanna-Barbera and DC Comics. So what about WB or Cartoon Network? Okay, so here's when I talk about Deep Cut, about Dexter's Laboratory, is a Cartoon Network show, and Blue Falcon being a Hanna-Barbera show. So I kind of talked about that already, so I'll kind of skim a little bit. So there could be a crossover event of Dexter meeting the Teen Titans, like he can teleport, things like that. We can get that movie. Or it could be existence of Johnny Bravo in that universe and things like that. Okay. Oh, and I did put that in the text message that the 4th season of Johnny Bravo was Cartoon Network, not Hanna-Barbera, technically. So now there's a show that I actually haven't watched the show, but I did watch this one episode, and it was OK KO. And the episode that I was like texting him about was talking about how every single Cartoon Network show appeared into it because it was supposed to like save like the Cartoon Network multiverse or something like that. I have to rewatch the episode, so again I'll probably do a episode recap or episode review within the series about it. But in that episode of OKKO, we see OKKO meet up with Ben 10, so we can have Ben 10 in the Cartoon Network universe. We see him see Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends, Dexter's Laboratory, and many other Cartoon Network shows because they're kind of frozen because OKKO has to defeat like a villain that's been kind of freezing Cartoon Network shows or something. I forget the actual plot, but yeah. So already we see OKKO crossing over with every single Cartoon Network show that has pretty much has ever came out, which also kind of connects to DC and Hanna-Barbera, which was a lot. So I just kind of told him, I'm like, all right, give it time to marinate with all this information. And then I said, all right, here's how we can connect all that stuff with Nickelodeon. And I asked him, I'm like, what is that one character? Or team of characters, I should say. And he goes, I don't know, something from Nickelodeon, something from Cartoon Network. I'm like, actually, yes and no, because interestingly enough, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is actually that connection, which is kind of crazy because I'm a huge Ninja Turtle fan. But here's the connection between Ninja Turtles, Cartoon Network, DC, and Nickelodeon. So I already talked about how Batman has appeared in Scooby-Doo, or Batman is in Teen Titans, which is a Cartoon Network show. Well, recently, in the past few years, we got 3 comic book series and a movie of Batman versus Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, which there's that connection already. So Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles connects to anything that's DC related, which means that everything before, if it's going to be connected through Cartoon Network and things like that, then it's all connected to Ninja Turtles. Well, back in 2011, 2012, even 2010, actually, Viacom, or Nickelodeon, bought the rights to Ninja Turtles. So technically, currently, to this day, Nickelodeon owns Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, which makes Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles a Nickelodeon property. So therefore, if Ninja Turtles crossed over with Batman, that connects, and Nickelodeon and Ninja Turtles are connected, that means Nickelodeon and Cartoon Network are connected. Which means every single cartoon up to this point, or comic book up to this point, is connected. And there is even like if you want to keep going further and be beyond Cartoon Network and Nickelodeon, you can do so because technically there is a crossover event of Marvel and DC, which I'll probably want to do a video on later on as well within the series and probably review some of those things. So Batman connects to Batman is one of those main characters that connects to almost every little thing that's WB, DC. Oh yeah, that's another thing. Technically, if you have Batman, you can connect to any WB movie or franchise, even Looney Tunes if you want to get technical too. Because I think the next Space Jam movie, Space Jam 2, the New Legacy or whatever it's called, that is going to be jumping from WB movie to WB franchise. So, which means literally WB, Cartoon Network, Hanna-Barbera, Nickelodeon, all that, everything, literally everything is just connected. And that's why I was like, man, I think it would be a cool idea to kind of bring this to you guys and talk about how most things are connected. And because it did stem from me coming up with a cinematic universe of Cartoon Network and Nickelodeon. But I would ultimately want to see is a Nickelodeon versus Cartoon Network movie. And this is kind of how they could do it. And I kind of said it as I was like going connecting from thing to thing. But how they can straight up do it is start with Scoob and Teen Titans Go. Have those kind of be like explanations. Have Blue Falcon from Scoob connecting to Dexter's lab via teleportation or universe crossover or whatever. Have Dexter's lab be connected to Johnny Bravo in the Cartoon Network universe. So then you got Hanna-Barbera and Cartoon Network mixing, and you can do like movies like that. I would love to see a Dexter's Laboratory movie. I think that'd be amazing. You can kind of pretty much explain all that, and maybe you have like a sequel with a Johnny Bravo movie. I would love absolutely a Ninja Turtle movie. Obviously, okay, KO could even get like a movie or like a quick scene in there as well, and like you have a Cartoon Network character like Dexter's Laboratory actually go into that episode of KKO, but you see it from his point of view, like Dexter's Laboratory, from like you see it from Dexter's point of view, where he's interacting with every Cartoon Network version or a show, and then that explains like everything with Cartoon Network. And then you can just have spin like one-off movies of every Cartoon Network show, and it can all be interconnected with Hanna-Barbera, as we are already saying with Scoob, and then you can also have that be explained to be connected to Teen Titans, or Teen Titans Go anyway, because we already did get that movie technically, and you can completely build from there. And the question is, like, I would love to if it just continued the CGI, but with all the franchises within this, you can easily go, all right, one movie is going to be CGI and the next movie is going to be live action, like, because it'd be cool to have like a theatrical live action Ben 10 movie, which would be amazing. And like I said, like if it's connected to DC, one of the movies within after like Dexter's Laboratory, and you like meet Ben or whatever, maybe you have a Ben 10 versus Justice League or Ben 10 versus Teen Titans movie that comes out, so that way we get to see a lot of the Teen Titans in live action. And you see Ben 10, and it's all Cartoon Network, and it's like kind of them crossing over. And then from there, you can have a movie where you see Batman connecting with Scooby-Doo, or the Teen Titan connecting with Scooby-Doo, like like a movie like that, or you have, and eventually you have the Teen Titans connect with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles in a theatrical movie, which I think would be awesome. Because yeah, we got Batman vs. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie already, so you can kind of have that be its own universe. But at the same time, you can also have just a theatrical version of the Teen Titans meeting up with Ninja Turtles, And then because of like the whole multiverse, you can also have the Teen Mutant Ninja Turtles meet up with Dexter, or I think would even be really cool if you got a Teen Mutant Ninja Turtles versus Ben 10. I think that would be an amazing movie and an amazing crossover. Or even maybe Ben 10, Teen Mutant Ninja Turtles, and Justice League movie, like full on in game style movie like that. That would be awesome. And then Nickelodeon already has their SpongeBob movies, so you can have that be kind of retconned into the Nickelodeon cinematic universe. And then you have like a Ninja Turtles standalone movie, and then you have like other Nickelodeon standalone movies, and then you can have like them with Easter eggs to like Cartoon Network or whatever with that front, and then at the very end it all leads up to Cartoon Network versus Nickelodeon movie, where you literally see every single Cartoon Network character and Nickelodeon character interact. You can throw even Hanna-Barbera characters in there, WB characters if you want in there, like from like movies, things like that. You can throw in, I don't know, like just random Viacom Nickelodeon franchises in there in the, like the background or something like that as well. But like the main point is going to be Cartoon Network versus Nickelodeon, which I think would be just as big of a franchise as the MCU, if not even bigger. And hopefully, and with like this idea of like crossovers and things like that, it would just give a lot of opportunities for different things, different stories, and just it's we see it in the comic books a lot where things cross over all the time. Like we've even seen Transformers cross over with Back to the Future, which is kind of crazy to think about. But like you can do it, and it would be really cool to see like a lot of these franchises make a movie out of it. Obviously, there's technical things with it, but I think it'd just be absolutely amazing. Another thing I would love to see, because we did get the comic books back in the 90s, is Marvel versus DC as a movie. I think that'd be totally awesome. Like, that could be like the final phase within the MCU is where they defeat all the MCU characters and everything, but at the very end, they kind of bring everyone back and just kind of have an all-out war with Justice League members, and you can have it be Avengers versus Justice League or something like that as a movie. That'd be cool. But like I said, I don't want to ramble on. I actually don't want to ramble on too much, but everything is connected. There's a way to connect something. That's why I want to make a series called The Connected Theory. And one of my first ideas is that Cartoon Network versus Nickelodeon movie or cinematic movie universe, and that'd be amazing. But yeah, let me know if you want to see me talk about different connections, or if you know of any connections that you want to talk about in the comments down below. Let me know. Like, seriously, let's bring up every connection from whether from Nickelodeon to Cartoon Network, honestly, and let's just have everything be connected. And because it's just a theory at this point, it's fun to speculate with how Ninja Turtles can connect to something like Dexter's Laboratory. It's really fun. So yeah, without further ado, if you like this video, please give it that thumbs up, subscribe, and ring that bell so that way you can watch more awesome content like this and see what other videos I have going on this channel. Like, it's a hobby, but every view, every like does help out, especially right now because I'm very small, so I do appreciate all you guys helping out and everything. And again, comment down below like thoughts on theories, or if you have even if you just have a random theory, you can even just throw it down below, because I want to make sure I at this point I can read everyone's comments, because I only get a few comments on each video right now. So leave a comment down below and let's see if we can get 5 comments down below, and I'll respond to every single one of you and even heart it, and maybe I'll go through my comments and make more videos of your guys' theories. Like, I have one theory that a guy mentioned of Darth Maul possibly saving Grogu, which I might actually make a video on later on and like my thoughts about it and things like that. So yeah, enough rambling. If you liked it, this video, do all those things I said below. And without further ado, fill the beard and deuces.